Alright guys, today I'm doing a coaster war on Alpengeist and Afterburn. These are two of my favorite B&M Inverts I have ridden. They are both really intense. They both pack a punch, and I decided, you know what, I haven't done one of these coaster wars in a little over a year now, I believe, maybe less, I don't remember. It was Skyrush versus Intimidator 305 the last time I did one, so I kind of wanted to bring this series back. I'm going to be doing these a little more often now. We're going to get right on into this, starting out with the duration category. Now, Alpengeist is actually around a minute long from drop to brakes, and that is partially because it also has a mid-course brake run, and it is just significantly longer. I mean, that's just obvious. Afterburn is about 40 seconds from its drop to brakes, so I'm obviously going to be giving the point to Alpengeist here. It is a little bit longer than Afterburn. Afterburn is a little short for a B&M Invert, but Alpengeist also has the size to its advantage. Next up, we're talking about the drop, and usually B&M Inverts don't have very impressive drops. However, Alpengeist, which I'm going to be giving the point to here, has a drop that sort of curves under itself, and it is really, really big. It's almost a hyper drop. It is about 195 feet tall, so it was only 5 feet away from being a hyper, but Afterburn, on the other hand, is about 113 feet tall, so Alpengeist is way larger than Afterburn in B&M Invert terms, so I am, of course, giving Alpengeist the point here. So the score is currently 2-0, and we are going to move on to the smoothness category, and I'm going to be giving this to Afterburn, making it 2-1, because I know a lot of people who tend to think that Alpengeist is rough or shaky. Personally, I don't really think that. I mean, it isn't as smooth as Afterburn. I mean, they are both really smooth. But Alpengeist does feel a little more like an intense ride. Next up, we are talking about intensity, and in my opinion, they are about as intense as each other, so this is going to be a tie, giving them both a point. It is 3-2. Afterburn is really intense throughout the whole ride. The inversions are the main intense parts. Everything else, it's just kind of fun. But Alpengeist, on the other hand, is just so fast. It is only about 5 miles per hour faster, but it is so fast, and it goes through all of those elements. It is such a massive ride. It really, really feels forceful. But I will be giving both coasters the point here. Now let's talk about pacing, and I'm going to be by far giving Afterburn the point here. Afterburn has incredible pacing. It hauls throughout the entire ride. From start to finish, it is trailblazing through that layout. It executes every single inversion perfectly. At the very end, when it goes for the corkscrew and final half helix, it is just hauling. It is so fast. Alpengeist's first half has really good pacing. It is extremely fast. However, the second half, they kind of neutered it this year and kind of screwed up the brake run. So it is a little slower in that second half than it usually would be. However, I have not ridden it this year. I only rode it back in 2018. I did not do it in 2019 yet. So from my past experiences on Alpengeist, it was definitely way better than apparently it is this year. But either way, I would still be giving Afterburn this point. So it is 3-3. The score is tied. Let's move on to inversions. Afterburn has really good inversions here. It has a loop, it has an Immelman, a great 0G roll, a fantastic batwing, and a really whippy corkscrew at the end. Alpengeist has a massive Immelman, a great loop, an insanely forceful Cobra roll, a pretty solid 0G roll, and a great ending corkscrew. I'll be giving the edge for inversions here to Afterburn just because Afterburn has that crazy good batwing and really whippy corkscrew at the end. However, Alpengeist does have that Cobra roll, which I absolutely love and makes your legs go numb. It's really whippy, but I will be giving Afterburn the slight edge here. Next up, we move on to the theming and looks category. I'm going to be giving this to Alpengeist just because Alpengeist appeals more to me. It looks nicer. It also has way better theming than Afterburn in my opinion. Afterburn doesn't really have any theming during the ride, however Alpengeist does. There is some snowy type rock work at the end of the ride, and in the first half it flies through a few sheds. Afterburn does have a jet out front, but Alpengeist obviously has the better theming here, and it looks nicer to me, so the score is going to be 4-4, meaning we are moving on to our final category, which is the layout. Both of these coasters have really solid layouts for B&M Inverts. Alpengeist is way larger and it's a little bit longer than Afterburn. However, Afterburn is a little more compact when it comes to its inversions. Personally, I like Alpengeist's layout a little bit more just because it is so massive and it flies through those elements really quickly. So I'm going to be giving the edge to Alpengeist for the layout category, meaning this fight is over and winning by 1 point. This final score was 5-4 is Alpengeist. Congratulations to Alpengeist here. This ride is just amazing. I love Alpengeist. It is in my top 10. It is a fantastic B&M Invert, my personal favorite I have ridden. It is very intense. The inversions are great. I love that Cobra roll and it actually makes your legs go numb. Afterburn is a great ride, don't get me wrong. In fact, it is not too far behind Alpengeist in my rankings, but Alpengeist will be taking this one. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your comments down in the section below. Do you agree with this fight, or do you prefer Afterburn? I want to hear your thoughts down there, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, Coaster fans, I will see you later.